Where are my low density, no Permatease wig sisters? I have the cutest little style to show you guys today. She's got low density. She doesn't have Permatease. Really natural. She's pretty sassy. I mean, she's so fun, and this color is amazing as well. We are going to talk about 𝐿𝑒N Sound in the color Metallic Blonde Rooted right now. My name is Denise. I'm also known as heywigsister on Instagram and Facebook, and I am here with Chiquel to bring you this review of Sound by 𝐿𝑒N. I love 𝐿𝑒N. Really, it's one of my favorite brands because the wigs are so realistic. The density is so realistic. And the caps fit me amazing. Chiquel is also amazing. They are an online retailer that also has some in-person wig shops. They have some in Canada and one currently in the United States in Kansas City. More on the way. So definitely keep your eye out. I don't know where they're building next, but I know they've got some plans. And they carry all the major name brands. They do live sales every week. They have a name your own price feature on their website, open box clearance. They're great and definitely should be on your list. I will put a link below as well as a coupon code that will save you money on any purchase. Maybe Sound is for you, maybe not, but you never know. And we will cover this color toward the end if you only want to see about this amazing color. Let's take a look at Sound from all sides. This color is tricky for me. Lighting really struggles when you've got such a bright color. So know that we will get outside and I will do my best to describe it, but it's going to be a little bit tricky to get you an accurate view of this color inside because the camera is going to feel like it's trying to adjust to it. All right. This style is so sassy. I absolutely love the layers, the soft curl and waves, the tiny little kind of eyelash bang. I think that's a thing. It's just so fun. There is no Permatease on this one, so it is super flat to the head. I mean, I'm playing with these curls and these layers, and you know, I'm getting what may appear to be a little bit of volume. I'm not really getting real volume on this one, and any volume that I can sort of get will not last because it does not have Permatease. So it is just so fun. Now we have got a unique feature on this one, which is this teeny little tiny lace front. It's not really a lace front, it's just right here. Now because this has this really small little bang, it's just a little bang where that lace is, it's not really visible. I think it gives it a natural appearance as that bang lays there, and if the wind blows it a little bit or if you want to sweep it a little bit, I think it works. But it's different, and I'm not sure that anybody has seen it, but anything like this before. Now, that little lace front goes into a part, so it does have the mono part that's just with that lace, but it really only got that tiny little bit of lace. Then we have ear tabs with bendable stays, an extended nape, and Velcro adjusters, and then the rest is open wefted. So 𝐿𝑒N just does some different things with their caps. I swear, they do things that I just don't see from any of the other retailers, so you just never know what you're going to get with this brand. I do think it works on this piece, and again, you do have that part right there. It's a very densely knotted part. I really can't see down to it, the mono very well because it's pretty densely knotted. If you like to see down to part, if that's important to you, you can pluck it and reveal that monofilament a little bit more. I actually have a video, I have multiple videos showing how to pluck a part line. I actually do that a lot on wigs because I personally do like to see a defined part. I'm actually not sure if I would do that on this one. I don't really think it's needed. And also, you might get one that isn't as densely knotted on the part line because the part is a hand-tied feature. And so it might not, you know, different people might be making these wigs and they might not have tied quite as much hair into that monofilament as someone else. So that is something that can have some variation. And honestly, if you wanted to trim up this bang, it's a tiny bit long on me. I have a 2.5-inch measurement. I'm doing okay with sort of fluffing it and sweeping it, but if you didn't want to do that, you could trim up the bang with a thinning razor. I have a video showing how to do that as well. So there's definitely ways you can work with this one to make it your own. But honestly, I modify my wigs a lot. I have a mirror that I keep looking at. I might just mess this one up a little bit, maybe use a little styling paste or something and wear her as she is. I think she is so fun. Let's talk about fit. Elle & Wille is a brand known for running pretty average petite. So not true to average, smaller than average, not fully petite, and fits me like a dream usually. I do sometimes get a little extra cap up here, sometimes I don't. I'm getting a tiny bit, not much, a little tiny bit. I did also cinch this in a little bit. I have between a 21.25 and a 21.5 circumference. Before I lost a lot of weight, I was 22-inch circumference and I could still wear Elle & Wille. Where I think it generally runs smaller is over the top of the head. So like the ear to ear and the front to nape. I think you can be slightly bigger than me on your over the top and fit this one just fine, and even a little bit more bigger than me on your circumference and fit this one. But it's definitely running smaller than any of the other brands, so definitely not really for the average large measurements. So to summarize, before we get to color, if you like lower density, you don't want Permatease, you don't like a lot of volume, but you do like some sass, you like more of a bob length, but you don't want just a plain kind of a bob cut. You want some texture. You want a little bit of layering, maybe a little bit of curl, a little bit of wave, and you can do this little bit of a bang. I just say get her. She's so cute. She's perfect for anyone looking for styles like that. Absolutely perfect. I think they did a great job. This is heat friendly as well, so do keep that in mind. I prefer it, to be honest with you. I do prefer heat friendly. This length is not going to be a problem. You're not going to have any extra maintenance to do on this wig over a regular synthetic because of the length. It's not rubbing up on your clothing, and that's really what makes heat friendly fibers challenging. It's the friction. So anything above your shoulders is a great option if you're unfamiliar with heat friendly fibers, or you've heard they're challenging to care for and you just don't want to mess around. You're not really going to do anything extra with this one. What you are going to get is a wig that isn't shiny, because heat friendly fibers generally aren't shiny, and fibers that feel a little bit closer to human hair, in my opinion. So don't shy away from heat friendly as a general rule. I did that for years and I missed out on a lot. Know that length matters, and this length is great for heat friendly. Metallic blonde rooted. All right, so I had another wig in this color and I'm totally blanking on the name of the wig. And Relax. I think I had Relax in this color, and oh my goodness, is this a fun color. It's definitely more of a gray. So they call it metallic blonde rooted. I don't know about the blonde, I guess, but it's pretty much more of it like a silver gray. So they say there's pearl platinum, pearl white, and gray blend with dark shaded roots. 100% on the shaded roots. It's not as dark as it's looking. It's more of a gray, like a darker gray, the rooting, versus a brown. So they've really kept that gray theme, in my opinion, kind of a silvery gray. I would say in some lighting, it gives a little tiny hint of blue, but it's not blue. But I do see it in some lighting, a tiny little touch of what could be a little bit of blue, sort of like that holographic, did I see what I thought I saw? And then that is, while it's a root, and most people's hair doesn't gray this way, it is more of a gray root as opposed to a brown root, if that makes sense. The code on this is 101.60.51. They don't give us the color of the root. It's not really blonde. If you like grays and you can do somewhat of a fashion gray, you know, this isn't a you know, a typical my hair grew this way gray, but only because those roots are a little darker and that's not typical. But you like that gray look, you like more of the ashy blondes that are more gray, I just have to stress that, then I think this color is fantastic and super fun. Let's get outside so you can see it outside. I do like this wig. I recommend her. I really do. Thanks for watching. Don't forget about Chiquel. I'll see you guys soon. All right, we've got some direct sunlight. Middle of November, and it's in the 60s here in Minnesota. You cannot beat that. It would be nice to have a little clouds though for this, but the sun feels incredible. And we probably won't have any more days this warm. So you can see, first of all, that root, not at all a dark, super obvious root. I'm gonna walk into some shade. It isn't ideal if the shade is caused by structures because it kind of makes it a little darker, but we do what we can, right? I hope this helped. Hey friends, thanks so much for watching. Here are a few videos I think you might enjoy. Go ahead and click on one and watch.